Loads of things have been happening in the world of rollerblading recently. We've got new pro skates, product teases, new videos, team announcements and loads of other stuff. So let's talk about it. First up, and this came out of absolutely nowhere, Robbie Pitts is getting a pro skate. It's been rumoured that the Australian was getting his own pro boot for a couple of weeks now, but I didn't know any details. That is, until he was spotted wearing the skate at the Capital Rollers LDN Jam in London last weekend. A couple of people sent me images of the skate and there's videos floating around on Instagram of Robbie skating around the park wearing them and they are colourful as hell. It appears to be a Playlife Reactor skate, or the old USD mould, and it has a semi-transparent blue colourway with silver laces, bright pink sole plates, and a pink MyFit liner. Possibly a prime liner with stars and love hearts. It's loud, colourful and fun. Basically, exactly what you think a Robbie Pitts pro skate would look like. The bold colourway will also go really well with his Wish Pro frame, which is a kind of lime green. Imagine those two together. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm gonna get in there before no doubt there's negative comments online of people saying there's better skaters out there that deserve a pro skate. So, just because you're an incredible rollerblader doesn't mean you're marketable, and Robbie Pitts is as marketable as they come. It is undeniable that Robbie Pitts has a very unique look. He has created an incredible character for himself. He is one of the most recognisable figures in rollerblading, and as far as reports go, he's one of the most likeable. On top of that, he also has a large social media following with over 22,000 followers. That's more than skaters on most pro teams. His last section, Skate Hard 3000, had over 8,000 views, and his section before that, Full Spiral, had over 17,000 views. The fact of the matter is, no matter what you think about Robbie Pitts' skating, the numbers don't lie, and he does better numbers than most. Also, given his video output over the years and what a phenomenal job he does in creating something truly unique in terms of media, the promo for that skate is gonna be incredible. In other skate news, Premium Rolling have leaked a photo of Martina Svobodova's upcoming pro skate from Gods, and it is about time. Martina is one of the best female street skaters of all time. She has one of the best true spin topside soyals in the game. And she is long overdue a pro skate. Finally! Even though she took an extended break from rollerblading for several years to focus on her golf career, ever since she's been back, she's been winning competitions all over the world, she's regularly releasing street sections, and she's very active on social media, so this seems like a good move from Gods. The skate looks very similar to the discontinued USD Imperial silhouette, although that's what I'm getting from it anyway, and it comes in a white, tan and blue colourway. Although the image that's floating around on social media doesn't quite look like the finished design yet. Does that cuff bolt look a little bit odd to anyone else? Dead have teamed up with Ryan Gillett from City Life once again on a new collection which features 56mm wheels in 88A, 92A and 95A. There's also a 58mm version that is also available in 88A, 92A and 95A. As well as a 45mm anti-rocker wheel and a t-shirt inspired by a car garage logo. I can't decide what the colour of the urethane is. Is it cream? Is it vanilla? Is it light custard? Either way, love it. If you're in the market for a small flat wheel setup, Orange Wheel Company have got you covered. They've got a new 55mm 92A wheel, which is blatant false advertising because it says on it, this wheel is orange, and it's quite clearly not. Definitely looks transparent to me. Shame on you. Shame on you, Orange Wheel Company. You'll be hearing from Todd and Joey. In other exciting news, them skates are gearing up to release something. They're opening a pop-up shop in New York on September 6th and have so far teased an image of an Intuition liner. So we definitely know we're getting another Them Skates Intuition collab liner. But what else? Will it be accompanied by a new skate? time will tell. It looks like T8 are involved somehow because they've created all the graphics for the event and the teasers so far, and I know they'll also be at the pop-up shop in New York, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The big question is, have they found a fix for the bridge hardware that keeps stripping? Well, have they? There's been a bunch of videos out recently, so if you're looking for motivation to get out in the streets, look no further. First up, with a new solo section, is Sean Kelso with Transfer Date. Prison Tats looks to be gunning for Skater of the Year again with this one, and something tells me it won't be the last we hear from him before the end of the year. Also, based on how casually he does torque slides on, well, pretty much anything, I've come to the conclusion that it's just a safety trick for him at this point. How come his torque slides look like this, and mine look like the inflatable that you get outside a car dealership? You'll have no doubt seen this ridiculous true spin fishbrain to Topsoul ledge transfer that's been doing the rounds on social media. That's got to be a world first, right? If you haven't seen Transfer Date yet, I'm not going to give away the ender. All you need to know is... Next up, we've got a new street section from David Sizemore. Kinda. David Sizemore teamed up with Ivan Narez to film a street section in San Francisco, California, and it is absolutely beautiful because, well, it's Ivan Narez. Although, considering how long Ivan holds on to footage, it's kinda hard to tell when this was filmed. Sizemore is wearing the Pat Ridder Pro skate, so it could be any time between that skate's release in 2021 and last year. This 270 back Royale to Soul transfer from the rail to the ledge is flawless. Actually, pretty much anything David Sizemore does is flawless. It also features a couple of tricks from Seba Suverheld and John Vasugi and a lot of shots that make San Francisco look like the most romantic location in America. The soundtrack is provided by Bad Bad Not Good, who Ivan Narez has toured with and filmed in recent years, and if you haven't seen it yet, you need to. It is gorgeous. Also, rumour has it that David Sizemore is sitting on a lot of unreleased footage of himself, so what I want to know is, when are we going to see it, David? Next up, Dutch skater Pascal has just released a new street section for shop sponsor Thisissoul. It starts off with a pretty funny interaction with a security guard that rapidly becomes passive aggressive. And then it shows the Dutch skater's big trick vocabulary. The music is some absolutely horrendous Europop that sounds like you're trapped in an ADHD nightmare, but it goes really well with the music, it has a kind of fun vibe, and it seems to suit Pascal really well. Basically, it shows that the guy doesn't take himself too seriously. He also makes exceptionally good use of Amsterdam's extensive canal network by grinding a ledge and then using it to get speed for various flops into the water. I would call them flips, but there's nothing acrobatic or impressive about it. He's basically just slapping off the water. Although, this is one of the most impressive back salves to water flop I have ever seen.
Push. Rush. Push.
If ever a skate section could look like a drunken European stag party, this is it. In more video news, John Lee is back with a new one. This is his second video of the year, I think, following up on the excellent Pood that featured Joe Atkinson that was released earlier in the year. This time, the action takes place in Sicily, Italy, and again features Joe Atkinson, who is this time joined by France's Umberto Tosselli and a few friends. It's got entertaining skating, a whole lot of shenanigans, and it clocks in at over 20 minutes, and it features a song by They're Gutting a Body of Water, which is a band I strongly recommend you check out after you've watched this video. And Razors, of all people, have released a promo for their latest skate, the SL Sky, which is pretty weird because Razors don't really tend to do that anymore. The video features great skating from Jake Dotson, Jason Adriani, Jared Banning, Victor Dom, and David Muniz, as well as several others. Although I'm not entirely certain we needed to see 2 clips of Jeff Howard doing a Royale back to back.
Primarily on covet themes, on infiltration,
David Moniz kind of steals the show in this one. He puts in more work than anyone else, and he has the most footage out of all the skaters, including this acid to acid on the Scary Forum transfer rails. Rather you than me, mate. Rather you than me. Also, speaking of razors, are they ever going to release the Jason Adriani Pro Skate that they've been sitting on for years? Also, are they getting some kind of discount on the colour blue, because that's been 2 in a row? Also, if you're itching for a podcast fix, Jumbo have just started their own podcast and they're already 2 episodes deep. In the first one, Cody and Caleb struggle to understand what Team GB means.
I saw Tom Moyes talking about the GB team. And I was like, what the hell is GB team? What's going on? Why do I got to sponsor these dudes? GB. Do you know, have you heard this at all?
Heard of GB. Haven't heard of them.
And in the second episode, Anthony Medina displays all the enthusiasm of someone who's been held against their will at gunpoint.
Welcome back to Jumbo Podcast number 2 with
Anthony Medina.
In other words, they're only 2 episodes deep. It's probably already better than Platform Podcast, so go and check it out.
I'm sliding through the city, every man for himself, gotta move with it.
That's it for the news. Let me know which skate you're most excited for, which product you're most excited for, and which video you liked most out of the ones that I mentioned. Speak to you guys soon.